Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here and we are back on a Tuesday live stream. We're still in Arc 1. We'll see what happens to these guys. But yeah, we are using Monster of the Week. Go ahead and check that out. I do have some links in. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link in there so you can see what kind of system that we're messing around with so you're not too confused. But we're going to get right into this because we took so much time off in the gaps here. So I'm going to give this directly right over to the brilliant mind or the cunning mind, the RPG abusive mind of Michael Panish. It's all yours, my dude.
All right, thank you. I mean, I think I've gotten from the twisted mind of from you before. So these are a bunch of new ones. I mean, I like cunning, RPG abusive. I don't know. That feels a little dark to me.
That describes how all of my characters are.
Well, it's all what's the word? There's nothing I can say that's like a clever response to this that's gonna sound good. Let's move on. So, hello and welcome to Golden State Monsters, the epic Western saga of frontier, madness and mayhem in the bloody heart of the California Gold Rush. This is episode three, the finale of our first arc, entitled "You're an Angel, but Where Are Your Wings?" And last episode, things got very dark for our two heroes, Mr. Levi Kessberg and the Madame Demange. They found themselves battling an ancient, from the 1600s vampire by the name of Sir Edmund Hammersmith. They discovered that he was buried by Sir Francis Drake, held in place by a gold cross, which could perhaps return him to his vegetative state. After an initial battle with Sir Edmund involving an animated monster tree, they chased down the Golden Cross, the people who stole it, which were a bunch of sort of adventurers led by Captain John Sutter, the self-proclaimed Swiss Emperor of California, as an attempt to join something called the Arcadian Club, a sort of like an occult secret society really run by California super millionaire Sam Brannon. Our heroes intervened. The gold cross was stolen, but before it could be used to stop Sir Edmund, Madame Demange sent it to her dark gods. Levi Kessberg embraced his cannibalistic instincts against Brandon's goons. There was an escape, a chase on a stagecoach through the midnight woods where all of our heroes were snatched up by some monstrous bat monsters. Oh my god, by some grotesque flying like super bats, serving Sir Edmund, carried through the air, brought into a cave where they are now before Sir Edmund. So after that recap, let's go around, say hi to our players, say hi to our characters. Tell me who you are, who you're playing, and how they're feeling as they are now sort of held down by these bat-winged abominations in Sir Edmund's cave hideout. Let's start with Nick.
Okay, I'm Nick, and Michael said, I am playing Levi Kessberg. And Levi is there's a mix of like, how am I going to get out of this? And I can't believe I just lost control.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. And he's a little hurt,
right.
but he has a way of mitigating that.
Very fair. Also joining us, we have Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm playing Madame Demange. How she is feeling entirely depends on where her head is currently. I mean, did they like tie her up and attach her head to her body? Is her head shoved in a bird cage somewhere?
Ooh, yeah, I think they're keeping her head separate from her.
Okay.
They don't really have a bird cage. I think it's just in Sir Edmund's hands.
Huh. Well, fair enough. Also, I have his name written down as Sir Edward, so let me fix that to Sir Edmund.
I might have slipped out of Sir Edward, but Sir Edmund is that's the name in my notes, and we're sticking with it.
Yeah. Let me just fix that. Very slowly.
All right.
But yeah, so if her head is currently being held by somebody else, she will say, like, it is going to be difficult for me to have a discussion if I cannot look at you.
All right. Well, I think Sir Edmund is the one holding your head.
Mhm.
So he'll like turn it around and like look right at you. So you get kind of like an up close and personal look at this Elizabethan vampire's weird blood-stained bearded gob.
You have a little bit of something on your mouth right there.
He's like, yes, indeed I do. And I'll be candid, it's blood.
One would guess.
Nah.
Boy. Sorry, I do not mean to be sarcastic. I simply wanted to let you know in case you were unaware of it.
No. Hey, without our manners, we are nothing.
So I feel as though
He
I
like
did you-
puts your head down.
Yeah.
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, where'd he put her head down?
Oh, just like down like a rock, kind of in this cave.
So, I feel as though maybe I did you a bit of a favor, to be honest with you.
Oh,
This cross, you know, that is supposed to bind you, it is gone.
oh, how marvelous. Well, in the bottom of my heart, you have my gratitude.
You are welcome. I'm not certain
He,
why I
look-
did it, but I did do it.
He says, well, do you always know why you do things?
No, I am often commanded to do various things, and this was one of the commands I was given. For some reason,
Ah.
my masters seem to want to see you succeed.
Most intriguing. Your masters seem very interesting indeed.
They are the reason that I still exist. I am grateful to them. But why they have me do the things they have me do is beyond me. Is Roberto
Well-
also here, by the way? Or did Roberto get left behind?
No, he is back on the carriage. He was left in the carriage.
That's what I thought.
Just you. Your body is there. Your body is with Kesberg, and it's being sort of like held down by a bunch of these bat-winged creatures.
Yeah.
Sir Edmund actually looks at you, Kesberg, and he's like, "Well, are we not all captives in a way to forces beyond our control? Hunger, Mr. Kesberg.
While
I think
he's
you know of what I speak."
while he's making his speech, he'll see my wounds start to close up as I want to use my unquenchable vitality to heal up some of my harm.
Whoa. Okay. You go ahead. You can heal some harm there. How does the unquenchable vitality work? Let me.
I roll plus cool, and depending on my roll, I either heal 2 or 1. So since I rolled a 9, I only heal 1 of the 2 harm that I have currently. So
I'm looking up for the monstrous right now. All right. Well, it's better. It's good. It's better than nothing.
yeah,
There's the professional. There we go. Here's the monstrous. Okay, cool. I got it here. He's like, well, now that we're fully acquainted, allow me to present a so it seems, yes. Allow me to present a proposition to you, and the reason I brought you here alive. I think two of you and I are kindred spirits. We both have, or we all of us have made certain deals, judgments, contracts with, or arrangements in some cases, with powers beyond our control. And now we are hated, made outcast because of our appetites. Is that not fair to say?
I have no. Please, Ms. Yurka.
I've see, unlike you, I've tried to say quell the beast inside. I'm not one to under certain circumstances the primal needs went out. But I think
Of course.
I think while I'm trying to stay inside society, you seem to enjoy being an outlier.
Well, I suppose I just hate hypocrisy. And I saw so much of that amongst the crew of Captain Drake and the bloody-minded band of pirates sailing under the flag of a queen, and considering themselves heroes. But I understand you slake your thirst, or sate your hunger on the deserving. Is that not so?
Try to. Otherwise, I'm just a beast.
Just a beast. And Madame de Monte, you consider yourself some sort of guardian of the people here, is that right?
I'm trying my best. They give me room and board for a minimal price. I would prefer that they not die. Oui. But
Well,
if I was ordered to kill all of them by the powers, then I would. Do you understand the position I'm in?
yes, like me, you have your thirsts. Well, consider this. The entire countryside that we are in has been overwhelmed by people who are brought here entirely because of greed. Hunger for gold. I've only been awake for a short time. Of course, that's what enraptured Captain Drake and all of his sailors. Much more than queen and country, it was the hunger for gold that drove them. And it seems that nothing has changed. So you see, California here, it should be a banquet for people like us. Here's my proposal. We work together and we dine heartily.
Yeah, I think that's the difference.
Go on.
I think that's sort of the difference in how you view things versus, say, someone like me. As you see a bunch of greedy fellers hunting for riches, I see men and women trying to give themselves a better life. Men and women who have been on the low end of society, trying to make themselves better.
So I take it you're declining my proposition then.
I think there were many around me who were like me, who tried to get me to become the beast, and I have to command every single one of them. And I think I will still do the same.
Well, that is troublesome. Madame de Manche,
Really?
what about yourself? Are you as tiresome as your friend? Or should we sup on this grand banquet together?
I would not presume myself to be tiresome. All I'll say is I've had my fill of blood during the revolution, and it did nothing but harm me in the end. Because people are inherently bad. Especially Europeans. So,
Oh, aren't we just?
how I feel about it is this. There are many people that exploit the weak here to turn around their positions. It gives me a certain level of comfort. But perhaps that is the old revolutionary in me speaking, and how did that end up for me, So I do not know. I have no particular appetites, but as I've said, if my masters wish me to assist you, then I assist you. If they wish for me to get in your way, I get in your way. But I do not know what they want. What I do know is that they wanted me to take away the method of your imprisonment. So it would give me an indication of their desires. It is not a simple answer. Nothing about me is terribly simple. I have no desire for bloodshed, but I equally have nothing against it. It is more convenient for me to blend into a town than to burn it down.
He thinks it over. Madame de Manche, are you trying to like convince him, you think, or I'm asking, do you feel this requires a roll or no?
I think that her own opinion about everything is, I am not certain what my masters want of me. And I'm pretty sure that I must have accidentally defied them before by protecting the town. But she isn't sure that her masters want her to destroy the town either.
Yeah, right now you're not getting anything from your masters. You're sort of getting the feeling that like you're kind of on your own on this one, at least for now. Like it might change, but they seem like, they wanted the cross and like they're kind of cool with that.
Yeah.
And they don't really need anything more from you at the moment.
So I think that basically she's trying to do her best to get him to trust her, to view her as being an honest player. Which is to say, she's telling him, I'm utterly indifferent to whether these people live or die, because she is utterly indifferent to whether these people live or die.
Okay.
But it would be preferable for her that society exists, because blending in is what she prefers to do.
Okay. I think I'll leave it up to you. Would you like to roll charm to manipulate him, or you just kind of like, that's how it is, do what you may?
I'll roll a charm to manipulate him to, like, basically.
She seems to have frozen.
Oh no, Cat froze now. I was sort of like, oh, it's okay, I froze.
Am I frozen up? How about now?
You're back. You're
good. You're good now.
Okay.
I could hear you all just fine, but
yeah, your screen, it seemed like it froze. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We should sort of cut off a little bit on your explanation of like sort of what you're trying to convince them of, I guess.
Yeah. She's basically trying to convince him of the fact that she's pretty much harmless.
Okay.
Like, she defended the town because it was in her interest to defend the town, and now it might not be in her interest to defend the town. That she's a survivor.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Hopefully I didn't freeze again.
You're good.
So I could
All right.
roll manipulate somebody if you would like.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay, I think that's with charm.
That is.
Okay, I've got a 6 and a 5 on the dice, and then I get to add 1 for charm for a 12 altogether.
Nice.
So if you're wondering
Okay.
if I will attack you if you let me up, I assure you that I will not.
He's like, well, it's rather refreshing, the honesty. So few in this land possess that virtue. I would say that I am nothing if not honest. Madame de Manche, you may stay. Or rather, your head will. And he kind of like puts it on a rock next to him. He's like, you will be a valuable advisor. And perhaps I'll find you in time after you've proven your worth. I'll find some other mode of conveyance for you.
I would
But for
prefer
now,
to
you'll
have
be
my
a sort of.
body.
Oh, I'm sure you will. And as I said, in time. Maybe I'll put your head on like an elephant's body. I think that would be cool. That would be amusing, like a little you head and then a big giant elephant body. Well, I don't know if they have elephants here. I'll find some other suitable large animal, but you get the idea. That would be an amusing image. But that's once you prove your loyalty. Mr. Kesberg, to you, sir, I simply say farewell. And his bats, they take your body too, and they like throw you into this pit in the cave where there's like you fall down, there's a bunch of water, you're like sinking down, and you realize this is like full of zombies. It
Could
looks
I-
like sort of an underground river that's like flowing somewhere out of the cave, but like there's a whole bunch of dead waterlogged corpses in there that he's animated, and they're gonna start tearing you to pieces.
Before he tosses me, can I try and get myself out of the grasp?
You can, yeah. And Madame de Manche, your body is going too, so
Yeah, before he throws her body
can-
away, she does say, you should realize that there's only a certain extent to which my head can be removed from that body before both die. No?
he's like, oh wait, I did not realize that. All these cursed rules. Okay. Your body will stay over there, and your head will stay over here. And if you're good, they can come back together.
Okay. Just a couple of times a day I need them to be reunited.
Oh, fine. He is the bats that like throw your body in the corner. They're not gentle about it either. And he's like, all right, there. Now you're happy. Good. Everybody's happy here. Mr. Kesberg, finally, farewell. And they start to throw you into the pit. What do you do?
So I'm guessing like they're holding on, and are they holding on to me in a way that I can't move my arms or anything like that?
I think there's like two of them sort of like grabbing onto your shoulders and arms. And they're kind of going like, they fly up a little bit and sort of drop you in.
Okay. So I can't really like grab onto them, can I?
You could try and like wrestle free. You could try like biting or like kind of curling away.
Basically, I just want to like figure out a way to. I don't know.
I like that smile. What does that smile mean?
Well, there was like this ridiculous idea that I could like somehow, like, it's not physically feasible, but like maybe for him it is, just to sort of like basically swing my arms so that the two bats like knock into each other.
Oh, I could see you doing that, like a sudden burst of strength, just kind of like
Yeah.
They're holding your arms, you can kind of smash them together.
Yeah, like
yeah, go for it.
yeah, and now that with my level up last time, I now have Unholy Strength, which means that I can roll weird instead of tough for kick some ass.
Nice. Okay, go ahead and roll that.
So it's a 9 on the dice plus 3, so 12.
Awesome. Okay. So you're doing a bunch of harm. They would do a bunch of harm. Which one are you going to pick for your extra effect?
I gotta pull that up again. Okay. So for 10 plus 2 is 1 extra effect. Okay. Gain advantage, listen forward, terrible harm, suffered less harm. Force them. I guess I will force them where I want them. And I want them to basically drop me like outside of the pit. So that like
Ooh,
I drop.
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely happens. How much harm do you do?
Well, I don't have like a base attack for that kind of a thing, so I mean, if we're because
okay.
I
Do you
wasn't
have,
using
like,
my teeth. My natural attacks are currently my teeth. So
Oh, sure. Okay. Well, how much do those do? Maybe we can like say it's like part of that.
it is base 3 harm plus 1 as an extra.
Holy shit. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But you're not really using your teeth. Let's make it's like 2 harm because you're kind of using
Yeah, that's fine.
kind of half of that. Yeah. Yeah, so both these vampires are like these giant bats are like smashed together. They're not dead, but it looks like 1 or 2 hits to either one should finish them off.
Okay.
And yeah, they like in the air, they drop you, you collapse on the ground, you fall in the gravel, and you're sort of like rolling over, and then come to a halt. You can see the cave mouth up ahead, and there's the forests of Coloma. It's still night, a little bit past midnight, still like pure dark, trees pressed close together. But yeah, it looks like you could make an escape for it. You hear the bats behind you like hissing. Bats hiss. These ones do. Flexing their wings, getting ready to come after you. Sir Edmund, you're a little bit past him, but you can tell like he knows what happened. Madame Demanche, what are you doing while this is going on?
How distracted is
Sir Edmund's attention has been. Oh, I was going to say his attention is like pretty much totally taken up by this.
Great. Her head's going to sneak back to her body and reattach itself.
Okay,
Or not
I
her,
love it.
not her head. The other way around. The body comes back to the
Oh
head.
man, that's okay. That's cool too. I was imagining like I don't know, you kind of like use your like chin to sort of scoot
Yeah.
yourself over, or you kind of like roll.
Well, she
you
could
know, like
actually. That's kind of would be funnier if she just kind of tilts her head back and forth, and then it rolls over to the body, and the body picks it up and reaffixes it.
I love it. I love it. Okay, I will make you roll. I'll tell you what, it's gonna happen. But if you roll cool and you succeed, Sir Edmund will not notice.
Okay.
Or act under pressure, I would say.
Right. Which I think is still based off of cool.
Yeah.
And which I have still failed on. I rolled a 6 and a 2. Or a 4 and a 2, and my cool is 0, so.
Okay, so mark experience.
That levels me up, by the way.
Nice.
I'm going
what
to
do you think?
I'm going to take
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm taking the big whammy. You can use your powers to kick some ass, roll plus weird instead of plus tough. The attack has 2 harm, close, obvious, ignore armor. On a miss, I get a magical backlash.
I love it. We got these weird ass kickers going on here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he has noticed.
Oh yeah. What do you think kind of gives it away as you're like rolling towards your body?
She just goes, ah, Matt. Like when she like rolls over a particularly sharp rock.
He spins around and sees your head going to the body again. He's like, "Oh no! Now this you Kesberg's blowing the coop, and you're trying to do the same."
Not
I
necessarily.
was trying to be friendly.
I just wanted my head reaffixed to my body. You'll have to just trust me on this,
I don't trust easily. He actually takes his rapier out and he's like, Captain Sir Francis Drake taught me a very valuable lesson. Trust no one.
Ah. Suppose the same advice
pull-
applies to me, huh?
Yeah, he like pulls back his sword and he's like, let's get that head off of that body and then we can talk.
I think that maybe I can't trust you either, huh? And she's gonna try to hit him with the big whammy.
Whoa, okay, let's do it.
All right, I've got a 5 and a 4 on the dice, and I get to add 2, so that is a 11.
Ooh,
As she
okay, so how much
complete-
damage?
It does 2 damage. It completely bypasses armor. It just happens.
Okay. Cool. And then you also get to pick something from that list of the 10 plus.
Oh, I do.
Mhm.
So I get to.
I mean,
pick-
does it say anything about like not doing that? Because I mean, it is
No.
a kick some ass roll.
Because
So.
you're still kicking some ass. So
Oh, okay. Right. It's a kick some ass roll. Sorry.
Mhm.
I forgot that there's like additional stuff.
all good.
Let's see. Kick some ass. So on 10 plus, I can choose another. Let's see. I'm gonna go. I force them where I want them, which is to say that the blast of the big whammy actually shoves him back enough that she can make an escape.
Nice. Yeah, you hurl him back. He like smashed into the walls of the cave, and yeah, you can see the way is also clear to the cave mouth.
Okay.
I'm gonna say as you start making your way out there, he like roars and snarls and like slams fist against the cave with some extra undead vampire strength, and a bunch of the stalagmites start like coming loose, and this like kind of cave in starts happening towards both of you.
Okay.
Maybe not the most forward thinking plan, but
No.
Sir Edmund, he's a hot blooded dude, so he's bringing the cave down. Kesberg, let's check back to you. What are you doing in this situation?
Sure. I guess I will try and read a bad situation.
Okay.
So I'll roll plus sharp.
Go
Just
for
not-
it.
Not bad. Oh, barely. 6 on the dice plus 1 for sharp.
Ooh, okay. That's a 7. You have to have one
Yeah,
of these.
1. Okay. Well, I guess the most pertinent one is what's the best way out?
Okay. I think the cave mouth is kind of starting to close a bit, or collapse.
Mm-hmm.
You see there is like sort of an underground river, or it's a river like running through the cave that like heads out through another section of the cave and goes to join like the main river that goes through Columba that I'm forgetting the name of right now. But it's a little bit like shallow, but you can see the water like leading right out there, and it's not through the waterlogged pit full of zombies. This is like another kind of river that goes through. That's sort of like tangentially connected to the zombie one. If you get through that, you should be able to swim your way out.
Okay. So with that, I will see. I'm guessing I saw that Madame Devanche was able to escape.
Oh, yeah,
So
for
I
sure.
would just sort of yell out to her, "Madam, I think you should follow me."
All right, and you go right in the water?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see how Madame Demanche is, and we'll see if we got to do any escaping rolls for you. Madame Demanche.
Madame Nemanche has a plan to use some magic. She wants to, because somebody that's killed
Yeah.
as many people as this fellow has would have like unrestful spirits about him, which she can see.
Oh, okay.
One would presume, and she would like to basically persuade those spirits using magic to hold him briefly.
Ooh.
She understands it won't
Ooh.
last forever. This isn't a way to permanently trap him. It's just a way of holding him back long enough that she can get away. If that makes sense. So I'm
Yeah, I love it.
specifically
Is this
using the
a move?
magic. Yeah, it's use magic, trap a specific person, minion, or monster.
Oh, that's so cool.
And she has to
Okay.
use her Necronomicon to do this, obviously, which I believe she still has on her. 'Cause that
Yeah,
would've
the
been on her
body had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He figured, with no head, you were a little bit more manageable, but he figured wrong.
So let's go ahead and use magic and see what happens. All right, I've got a 5 and a 4 on the die. Again, I keep rolling a 5 and a 4 on the die. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
And then I get to add 2 to that, so it is an 11. So that does mean the magic works without issues. I choose my effect. I am trapping a monster, which is to say,
Excellent.
Sir Edmund is literally held by the spirits of the damned that he's consumed.
Oh, that's so cool. All right. So as like this cave is coming down, you see like rocks crashing down from the ceiling. You see a bunch of like sort of ghostly, translucent shades of like some of his past victims, like a bunch of like Elizabethan sailors, some like various Spaniards that have like wandered into the woods and disturbed him. Bunch of like unfortunate miners, some Sydney ducks that have fallen into his fangs, all materialize and like grab him and hold him down. And he's like snarling and roaring. His like fangs are coming out, and he's not able to follow you. Okay, so Madame Demanche, I think with that the way is clear. So I don't think you or Kesper have to roll to get into the water.
Okay.
Get in the water. Sorry.
Yeah. She like really makes sure her ribbon is tied tight around her neck before she jumps in that water.
Awesome. Okay. You guys dive in. The current picks you up, drags you out. You are out in the stream. It's like a decent current. You're floating along. There's round river stones are jabbing your feet as you're carrying along. You see the cave kind of vanishing behind you, and then pretty soon you're just going straight through the river. The current slackens a little bit as it gets kind of deeper. You see just like muddy river banks, trees jutting out, half sunken logs as you kind of float through this cold, misty night. What do you guys want to do?
Hopefully at some point we get out of the river.
Yeah, we should probably find a shore.
Okay. Yeah, you like paddle your way over and waterlogged, kind of hurt. You guys make your way out.
He's
And
quite.
Oh yeah, go ahead. As you're kind of drying yourself off, walking through the reeds and the soggy riverbank.
He's quite insane, this Sir Edmund?
It's like I said, he's let the beast consume him.
I've wanted to play along as I could to make an escape, of course.
I'm sure.
It is also true that I'm a soulless creature, so life and death are of very little import to me.
I can see that. Either way, I had my way out and you had yours.
I would say I do not want you to think less of me, but to be honest, I do not care. We should head back to the town, though, since we have picked our side.
Mm-hmm. If
All right.
you think about it, sorry. I was
as you guys are heading through the.
Worries.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Levi.
No, it's just I lost it. Oh yeah, if you think about it, if your prey is only so many, you end up running out soon, eventually.
That is like how the guillotine had to be fed even after the nobles were gone.
Yeah.
Oh, wisely said. So as you guys are having this kind of heartfelt conversation, and we're sort of I think both you guys are opening up a bit about some I guess some important things that drive you, some kind of core philosophies you guys have. You do see the lights of a camp, like a campfire, some horses in there. Um, you hear a lot of like Australian accents,
Ah,
as well as Cockney, Irish, and so on. And you realize this is like the Sydney Ducks hideout. The Sydney Ducks being a gang of Australian-born outlaws, mostly in San Francisco, but some of them have like fled the city and are sort of laying low, causing mayhem out in Coloma. And one of their number, Jimmy from town, was originally bitten by Sir Edmund and infected. Mam Demange saved him. So he definitely owes you one for there. And then you also all rescued him from being hung by the hanging tree in the middle of Hangtown, which is the town you're outside of. So you see the Sydney Duck Camp. You want to approach or kind of skirt by it and go into Hangtown.
I feel as though we should talk to the ducks.
Probably a good idea since their camp seems to be fairly close to where our quarry is.
All right. You guys kind of walk your way over to the outskirts. There are some like Sydney Duck, sentries. They find you pretty soon. You're not really trying to hide. But they recognize Mam Demange and like bring you over into the middle of their camp. There's like a big campfire. Jimmy from town is like he's sitting on like sort of some stolen cushions and some chests. He's looking like a little bit better, but definitely looks like something's bothering him. Like he's a lot of sweat, very pale. He's kind of rocking back and forth. I think the Sydney Ducks are doing like kind of a late night musical performance. Because like back in the day, when you're in the camp, you're singing. Like if the video game Red Dead Redemption 2 has taught me anything, it's just like if you got a moment to spare and you're in the camp, it's song time. So these guys are just like they're swigging some drinks and they're just going through some like music hall standards. The girl I love is up in the gallery, that kind of thing. Pardon my music hall voice there. Spring Heel Jack, who's their leader, this like heavily tattooed Australian guy, kind of looks at you two coming out of the woods, and he's like, "Mam Demange, Mr. Kestberg, how are you?"
Been better, been worse. Had a run-in with
I can see that.
one who Jimmy knows about.
Actually, Mam Demange, I was wondering if you could have a look at poor Jimmy. He seems to have better days, poor fella.
Let me examine him. And yeah, she is going to try to figure out what specifically is wrong with him. I'm not 100% what to roll. Maybe it would relate to her tune in. Where I can attune my mind to a monster or a minion.
Yeah, go for that.
Ask them questions if I can do so.
I think that makes perfect sense.
Okay. Rolling on a weird. Okay, I got 2 3s, but I get to add a 2 to that, so that does bring it up to an 8, which means I get to ask 1 of the questions. So. Oh, I guess this doesn't really work that way. Sorry, because it's questions like where's the creature. Yeah, the questions are where's the creature right now, what's it planning to do, etc., etc. But she could have used the site instead, which is
That's
based
true.
off an
Well, you could ask.
investigative
I think like
mystery.
I'll kind of pull back the curtain a bit. You can do what is it planning or who is it going to attack next? I think I would say you've dealt with vampires enough to know that, like, because he's been bitten by Sir Edmund, he has some kind of a psychic connection to Sir Edmund.
Yeah. So basically, is that what he's blanched about? Is the fact that there's a psychic connection? You know, Sir Edmund's heading this way.
Yeah, or a little bit, or something else. Maybe you choose that question. I'll let Sir Edmund might be doing something else.
Yeah, I guess. Where is the creature right now? Or no, what is it planning to do? What's Sir Edmund planning to do?
Ooh, okay. So you pose that question to him. He sort of like shakes. He like kind of wipes some sweat off, and he's like, he says, "I keep having images of this this chest. It's up in one of the hotels there in Hangtown, and whatever's in it, Sir Edmund's one that bit me. He really wants it. The weird thing is that the other people in this, there's a strange-looking butler fella who don't say much, and there's a little girl, and she looks like a toff.
I know who you're
Some
talking
reason.
about.
Sir Edmund, oh, that's good. But I don't want to know him, and I don't want nothing to do with what's going to happen to him."
Oh, I'm trying to remember her name right now. Is she Talia? Because I did not take the best notes ever.
Yeah,
That's
Talia.
it. Yeah, Lady Talia, who is
Is it
Sir
Talia?
Edmund's.
Okay.
Yeah, Sir Edmund's like descendant, who actually came over here to finish off Sir Edmund.
It would seem that he is paying a visit to his descendant. We should head towards town then.
So it
He's
seems
not coming here tonight.
he's probably a little preoccupied right now.
Jimmy from town, like, he like wipes his forehead and he's like, Demanche, you reckon you can stop him?
I can certainly try, but the magic required is going to be very powerful. I'm hoping that perhaps what is in the chest will be of help. Perhaps
Right.
that is why my dark powers had me do what I had to do earlier today. Perhaps simply imprisoning him is not enough. He must be destroyed.
Jimmy from town says, "You've already been far too kind to me, ma'am. You saved my life. You stopped me from turning into a monster. I owe you everything. But if you destroy him, if you destroy him and save me, then I'll be forever in your debt. I'll say that."
I will try my best. Either I am destroyed tonight or he is. I would prefer that I am not.
So Spring Hill Jack is kind of listening in. He's like, that Sir Edmund fella's gonna attack the town, eh? Well, you think it's business of ours?
I guess that's entirely up to you. Do you feel that a beast of a man attacking a town would be detrimental to your business?
I suppose it would. So I think they will help, but it will require a roll. If you want to.
Oh, you're the one that was deciding to persuade them, so.
Oh boy.
You don't have to. If you'd rather, like, no, we don't want your help. That's okay.
I mean, charm is my dump stat.
Okay.
I know, but you're still the one that was
True.
Was
I was the one
telling
who
them
said
on it.
something. Yeah. I mean, I can give it a shot, I guess. No harm in not trying.
So that's a good attitude.
Nope.
Oh no, how'd you do? Oh boy, I can't get worse than that.
I mean, it could, but
Okay.
Oh, you get to mark experience.
I do, yeah.
Over here. Yeah, mark experience for sure.
Yeah.
He's like, well, maybe it ain't our business. After all, if we showed up to help, most likely they just hang us. He says, I'll tell you what though. We'll be in the woods nearby. He gives you like a pistol. It's like it's not a Colt Navy. It's like, well, I'm trying to think of my 1850s revolvers that aren't the classic Colt Navy. That's the best and coolest of them all. Was the Colt Dragoon around then?
Your guess is good as mine.
Maybe. Okay. Well, it's a
Your
different kind
guess
of
is
Colt.
better
It's
than
like,
mine.
yeah, it's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit longer than the Colt Navy, which is a fairly manageable sized handgun. This one's a bit of a longer barrel. He's like, you fire that in the air, we'll come running.
Whoa. How far are we currently from the town? Do we know?
Probably like another hour or so.
And I'd imagine that Sir Edmund has just been charging this whole time and he's quite fast.
You don't know.
Yeah,
All you know is that's where he wants to go.
right. Okay.
You also do know that he like kind of made a cave-in happen. So that might have
Yeah.
slowed him down a bit.
Maybe a little busier at the moment.
I've never tried to use big magic in one of these games. But I'm debating asking. Well, I'll ask. Do you think that I could use big magic, and I'm not certain what requirements you're going to set up for this, but to actually teleport us back to town so that we can beat him there?
Whoa, that's cool. Okay, let me look at big magic real quick.
Yeah. And the idea is that we're going to basically
Big
take
magic.
a shortcut through the underworld that's very similar to how Nightcrawler bamfs, is my idea.
Ooh, okay. Let's
Obviously,
see.
spending days and weeks researching the magical ritual is not going to be helpful there.
Yeah. I think you're going to need some people to help you. Like, you will need to get the Sydney Ducks to assist you with this. Like, it requires a lot of drawing, a lot of like, drawn pentagrams and other symbols into the dirt floor. And like, they got to have, if you did all yourself, it would take like an hour. So you got to have to give people some instructions. I mean, Kesper can help you, but it's going to require some extra hands too.
If you can all help me draw this pattern, show it in the Necronomicon, I could move quickly to get back to town before Sir Edmund does.
Okay. You can see that the ducks are a little hesitant. They're like, it was music night. We're supposed to be singing songs to each other.
I assure you that after this gentleman kills everybody in town, he will come back and slaughter all of you and take this other one as his servant. You do not want to become one of his servants, by the way. I've seen what they look like.
Ooh, okay. I think you're going to have to manipulate.
Yeah, I figured. All right, I got a 6 and a 3 on the die, and I get to add 1 to that, so that's a 10.
Oh, nice. Just over the top of the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Spring Hill Jack is like, guys, draw the bloody circles. So they help out. They take some, throw some like Bowie knives into the dirt, follow your instructions, and carve out the circles.
All right.
I think like you do it, it so well, or it's in the Necronomicon so well that you don't need to roll. All told, it takes maybe like 20 minutes or so to get everything just right. And then, well, you describe it. What does this portal through the underworld that you and Kesper take look like?
Sure. So, basically, all of the symbols light up and then turn dark as they slowly rotate around, making a whirlpool of blackness into the ground. Just so you're aware, this might drive you completely mad to take. And she's gonna move into the swirling whirlpool, which
Well.
is going to project several images of like a hellish landscape through your head. It's like taking Dante's 9 circles as a sudden tour to get from one place to another.
Wow.
Well, it's either become a beast or become insane. Walk in.
Through, it's like Don.
Did I freeze up or did you, Michael?
Zoom
freeze
your
up?
way.
Yeah.
What's that?
You froze up for a
I
second.
think.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I guess.
You zoom through, it's like Dante's Express. And Madame Demanche, where do you end up?
We'll end up back in her room in the brothel because that's a place that's the most familiar to her, so it's less likely to result in us being jammed in the side of a cliff or something.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you reappear and you find that Roberto is indeed there.
Oh, Roberto, I missed you. She gives him a kiss on each cheek.
You think he responds?
I think he mildly responds. I think that he's a little bit, numb, like she is also numb.
Yeah.
But maybe
He
like
gives a mild response.
mild response, like a nod, something like that,
Yeah.
Oh, this takes it out of me. Still, no time to dawdle. We have to catch up to Talia.
All right. Yeah, you head your way out. It's like, past midnight. Even in Hangtown, folks are like starting to go to sleep around now. They're still doing a decent amount of business over there at the Great Western. You do spot Sarah Bowman, the owner, as you're kind of making your way out the door. This like very like built, imposing woman. As you head out, she like kind of folds her muscled arms. She's like, Madame Demanche, I didn't see you come in.
I took the expressway into my room.
That's strange.
Much
So,
about
you were
me
gone
is
for a while in
strange.
that stagecoach. What happened? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Much about me is strange. I feel like that is already established.
True enough. Haven't heard of you since you took that stagecoach to Sacramento. What happened?
We were attacked by a monster who is currently heading towards town. I am trying my best to make sure he does not succeed in his goals.
Oh, Lord. Should I fetch the mayor?
Perhaps. But the main thing is that I need to get to Lady Talia.
Okay. I think she's over in the rooms above Slops, the restaurant.
Our rooms are nicer.
Slops does have nice rooms. All right, you head out into the street. It looks like like the average night in Hangtown. There's a bunch of people partying it up, like spending the gold dust they've spent the past couple week mining, just getting like absolutely blasted on like the coffin varnish that all the saloons are selling. There's like 3 fist fights, 2 knife fights, so it's pretty active even though it is fairly late, and it's decently well lit. Like people are hauling torches around. You see the hanging tree or what remains of it all like cut up and split, lying in the middle of town, and you make your way and head over to Slops. Like, oh, Kesper, are you doing the same thing or?
Yeah, like as he sort of passes the madame, he just sort of tips his head, just like madame, and continues on, following Demanche.
All right. So you make your way into Slops. You see the big like shirtless chef is still cooking up some late night meals. Potato Sack Jack, the mayor, is like trying to hold sort of a town meeting, but there's like very few attendees. It's mostly drunks. But he's like, the town mayor, of course, being this scrawny rodent-looking guy wearing like a potato sack is his outfit. He is the mayor of Hangtown. He's being like, now we need to do, and I want to make an official motion for this, is that we got to have an actual town dump. We can't just keep throwing all of our mess outside of the windows into the street. It's not hygienic. In fact, I hear there's theories about it that such things cause disease. So we got to put the town dump somewhere. People are like, no, boo, stop taking our freedoms away.
Mr. Mayor.
And
I hate to interrupt your meeting.
Oh, yeah, he spots you. He's like, meeting adjourned. Meeting canceled. It wasn't going anywhere anyway. Meeting's over. Bye. He heads over to you guys. Madame Demosh, Mr. Kesper. The stagecoach came back. One-Eyed Charlie told me that, like, he was riding through the woods, get stolen across, sort of crazy monsters. I don't know, like the Frumerous Bandersnatch from Lewis Carroll's great poem, The Jabberwocky, came out of the sky and tried to pull you away. What happened?
We were attacked by the servants of Sir Edmund. They're on their way here now to this very place. You should evacuate.
Oh, holy hell. He's like, I mean, we can get everybody into the woods, maybe. You think we should stay and fight?
I feel like many of you will die if you stay and fight.
He's like, well, that may be true. All right, you're the expert. I'm gonna go around and start ringing the evacuation bell. We got one in term for flood. We got one for fire. We got one for earthquake. We got one for the cholera. One for the consumption. One for the pest, the plague. So I'll just ring them all.
Okay.
I mean,
Do as you see fit.
if there's any able-bodied who wouldn't mind risking their lives, they're more than welcome to.
He's like, I think I'm getting kind of two different messages. So should I try and find some folks who are willing to stand and fight?
I think it wouldn't be. I'd say give them a choice.
Give them a choice. Okay.
If they want to fight for their town, they're more than welcome to. If not, they can evacuate.
Regardless, decisions must be made quickly, and I must get to Talia now.
All right. I'll start ringing those bells and see if I can get some folks together. He goes over to the cook and he's like, get the bells out. The cook opens like a trap door. All these different bells are different like types of metal are there. He just like grabs the whole armful of them, runs down, starts ringing them over his head. And people do listen, though a lot of them are in the throes of drink and in the middle of fights. So it's taking a while, but he is starting to get the town evacuated. And also to get some people to like arm up and defend the town. So, Madame Demanche, you want to head up the stairs to Talia's room. The cook tells you which one it is as well.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, Kesper, are you going with her, or are you going to like try to see to the town's defenses?
Trying to think if there's anything that really can be done in terms of defending it. Like, yeah, he'll sort of like help make things go quicker. So
Okay, so you're like
In
kind of
terms
getting
of-
the
yeah.
town defenses ready.
yeah, we'll say that.
All right, sounds good. Okay, let's do Demanche first, and then we'll do Kesper.
Okay.
So, Madame Demanche, you go up to the floor. You go to Talia's room. Mudge, the like humongous butler, who you think is sort of a what's the word? A kindred spirit to Roberto, is like standing there, kind of blocking your path. So, standing guard. What do you do?
I'm here to see the lady. She is in very bad danger right now. Please let her know that Madame Demange is here.
He gives you like a slow nod and then opens up and lets you in. Or, I mean, first he goes in, wakes up Lady Talia, who, being a child does have an earlier bedtime.
Obviously.
So she like wakes up. She's like, so you come and she's already awake. She's wearing like a robe. And you do indeed see there is like a chest that looks kind of like. Did I freeze up for a second there?
For me,
Maybe?
a little bit. You said there was a chest, though, that
Little
looks
bit,
kind of
yeah.
like something.
Okay, I just missed a few seconds worth. So the chest looks very old. There's like, old, like, golden bands kind of marked into the wood. And you see it's like kind of in the middle of the room. So Lady Talia, she's like, fixing her hair. She's like, oh, Madame Demange, what do I owe the pleasure at this late hour?
Unfortunately, your ancestor is coming here to kill you and take whatever's in that chest. I'm here to try to prevent that.
Oh my. Well, I suppose we're going to end this thing one way or the other.
It would appear so. If you will not mind sharing with me, why is he interested in this chest here?
It contains devices or artifacts from my family that may be his weaknesses. So she opens it up. There's some ancient looking rusty armor, and she pulls out a dagger. It looks like in pretty decent condition. She's like, this is the dagger which he used to conduct his dark rituals that transformed him into a vampire. It is quite ancient and possessed of dark magical powers. I think if it is plunged into his heart, after some proper incantations are said over it, that should destroy him for good. I hope so.
Lady Talia, have you ever used these sorts of magics before?
She's like, well, I've heard some eccentric aunts talk about it and give me instructions here and there, but it's all rather theoretical at the moment.
Would you mind if I examine the dagger?
Of course. And she gives it to you.
All right. And she's gonna try to decipher like how this dagger works compared to like how her own magic works. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to feel out if there's like something that Okay, hear me out. Use magic, communicate with something that you do not share a language with. She's like trying to directly communicate with the knife.
Yeah. Talk to the dagger. I like it.
One dark magic thing to another. So let's roll. All right. So I have got a 9 altogether. I rolled a 6 and a 1. Add 2. That's a 9. So
Okay.
It's going to work imperfectly. I choose an effect, and you get to pick a glitch. So my
Alright,
effect
cool.
obviously is that I can talk to the dagger. Your glitch is something that you want to do.
Ooh, okay. I think I'm gonna say that's like a problematic side effect.
I kind of figured that might be what you go for. What's the problematic side effect? Or am I just going to find out once she starts communicating with it?
I think I have a cool side effect here. I think if you'll be able to like communicate with the dagger and sort of like use the dagger as it's intended against Sir Edmund. But the issue is you realize this thing is also touched by the dark powers. the ones that like can control you.
Mhm.
So you feel like they're cool with you using it, but you kind of have the feeling there's going to be like if you communicate with it and like really understand it and use it to fight Sir Edmund, there's sort of like a bill that's going to come due. Like
I
they're going to
understand.
want something in return.
I understand now how to use this dagger. The issue is, something will be taken from me to use it. But I can. And hopefully put your ancestor to rest. These sorts of dark magics you should not play with if you do not understand them.
Whoa, she's like, do you suppose Sir Edmund understood them? In the beginning, at least.
I think that he probably thought he would get something like immortality with no strings attached. That's usually the sort of thing that the darkness wants. To use your own greed against you. He's greedy for life. He takes more life. Doesn't understand what sort of immortality you will get. To be a creature that hunger and to feed on blood. I doubt that's what he wanted.
She says, oh no, I froze up a little bit. I didn't say anything though, so hopefully nothing was lost. She says, well, I suppose it's rather similar to so many people in this country. They're here because of what they want, the gold, and they never really consider the consequences.
This country is built on the blood of many people. At some point there will be a reckoning for it. I do not know when. But this sort of debased behavior is always punished sooner or later.
Fair enough. Well, I know some of the rituals, you know some of it. Let's see what we can do to make this dagger work for us.
Let us try. Which I'm presuming is
right,
going to
so
be
you guys-
using magic, but I don't know.
Okay. I think we'll kind of hold off. We'll do like a use magic roll a little bit closer to the action. Kesberg.
Mhm.
So by now, decent amount of people from the town have fled. I think everybody who's kind of not willing to fight has left.
Mhm.
You get maybe like a good core of like a dozen or so folks who look like they could like really throw down. You have to send a bunch of people away who are like, they're like, vampires are coming, I'll take them on, and they're way too drunk to do anything. So you send them all
Sir,
to the
you are
woods.
too
So you get
smashed
like a
for
half
that.
dozen of like, yeah, you get like a half dozen people look like pretty solid fighters. Potato Sack Jack is one of them. He is, look, he's small but he's scrappy. He's got a lot of. He's like a mean chihuahua. Like he will fight for sure. Doesn't mean he'll win. Doesn't mean he'll last long. But he's definitely got the spirit. You have like Sarah Bowman herself. Like she was in the Mexican War. She was like a nurse or camp follower. But like she can throw down for sure, and she still has a bunch of like Mexican War era like revolvers and like a big muzzle loading kind of shotgun thing. Oh man, why am I blanking on his name? The stagecoach driver. I got it right here. One-eyed Charlie Parkhurst. Yeah, he's definitely a tough guy. He's fighting outlaws, riding around his stagecoach. So he's there. He's like his big, bullwhip ready to go. You got a few others. You do see a fellow who looks. He seems to have like some like some Native American ancestry, though he doesn't look local. He's wearing like Western clothes. He's kind of like a trapper sort of fringe jacket over like kind of a nice, almost European looking shirt, and he is very like straight dark hair, cut short and like carefully combed, and this extremely fancy looking double barreled, like expensive looking, like hunting rifle. And you see him sort of joining the line. And when he shows up, everyone's like, "Oh man, it's him! It's the famous guy!" And so you can tell this guy has like a big reputation.
No, I ain't gonna lie. More than I figured would do this.
Potato
Y'all-
Sack Jack is like, "Don't you worry, we're a regular monster fighting squad."
Y'all do know that there's a high chance that you ain't making it out of this.
Oh. And then Potato Sack Jack like, that guy, I mean, he faced such odds when he was a baby. That there is Pompey Charbonneau. You probably don't know who he is. You heard of his mother. His mother is Sacagawea.
Right.
You know, the Lewis and Clark, the great Pathfinder.
Sure. I know the
So
story.
anyway, yep, and he was there for all of it as a baby.
Fair enough.
And Charbonneau's like, I've actually done quite a few things, interesting things. I've traveled all over. I went to school in Germany. I'm an accomplished marksman, mountain man, trapper. I did all of that as an adult, not as a baby. So there is that. And Potato Sack Jack's like, he's the most famous baby of them all. Pomp's like, oh, God, look, Mr. Kesberg, I have this very powerful German rifle. I'm a decent shot. Where'd you like me to go?
Well, if you got a long rifle, I'd say maybe take the high ground. Find a window.
Very good. I'll position myself up there and I'll be ready to shoot when the time comes.
Alrighty.
So Kesberg, he kind of moves up into like sort of a sniper's position. Are you what kind of else you do when it's sort of like ready to town? You like putting up barricades or like positioning other folks around, or kind of like letting sort of them kind of take charge themselves?
I mean, anything that we can set up to sort of slow him down, if only for a moment, would be good. So probably some. Yeah, because I'm guessing like the town itself is fairly open, since it's like an old western town. So
Yeah.
But at the very least, maybe. Well, we do know the bats are probably going to be a thing that's going to happen, that are going to be in the fray. So I will say, if anyone else has like a decent rifle to sort of look to the skies, and then other than that, probably set up a few barricades on the main roads.
Ooh, okay. I think you should do some kind of roll to like see how well they do as you kind of command them.
Sure.
What could it be? Maybe act under pressure. It's kind of like the all-purpose one.
Okay. Better than nothing. Okay. With my cool, it's a 7.
It's okay. So it's going to be a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. Ooh. Okay. Oh man, I'm going to be mean here. Okay. I think they do a decent job, but I think as like they're building the last barricade, um, you look up through the night sky and you see one of these like bat monsters, a bunch of them coming down out of the heavens and like swooping down for an attack. You see Potato Sack Jack has just finished like pushing some wagons in front of the road leads to the forest. And you see that either like if you don't do something like jump in the path, he is going to be just shredded by one of these descending bats. So you can either like jump in and help him or like let it happen.
Um,
And if you jump in, you will be hurt.
yeah. Um, yeah, he's got some decent ideas, so I'll jump in.
Oh man, I was like, is fan favorite by fan favorite I mean my favorite character, Potato Sack Jack, going to die? I was like, because I mean I was sort of willing to do it. Like I was kind of, kill the thing, kill your darlings. I was like, this might be the end of Potato Sack Jack. But I'm glad we're keeping him around. I'm glad you're saving
I
his
mean,
life. So
he's trying to be keep his town sanitary. That's a decent
Yeah.
idea.
he tries. I mean, he still wears a potato sack everywhere. He still like probably sleeps in the gutter. He's still like
he's trying to get
we
that
as
gutter
modern-
clean.
He's trying to keep the gutter clean. Yes. So yeah, he's a visionary. So so the bat comes down, you like jump in the way, the claws of the bat just like rip into you. You are gonna take 2 levels of harm.
Well, since my immortal body only suffers 1 less harm, I take the 1.
Okay, cool. So you take the 1 harm. The vampire bat like slams you on the ground. Potato Sack Jack's like, "Oh, Mr. Kessberg!" He has a torch that he was kind of using to see by, and he like smashes it into the back of the bat, which bursts into flame. So you are fighting it as it is on fire. The horrible like hissing and screeching comes from all around, and more of these bats start like wigging their way out of the clouds and attacking. Charbonneau's like heavy rifle goes off. Just okay. I think we're all good. We're back.
Yeah.
I know, the most exciting moment too. Charbonneau's heavy rifle goes off, like splatters one of these bats. The Great Western, Sarah Bowman has like, a heavy revolver in each hand, is like thumbing away at them. Parkhurst like strikes them with a whip and tugs it down. But you can tell like without some help from you guys, they won't last long. Madame Demanche, you and Polly have been working all night on getting this dagger ready. Let's go ahead and do a magic to see how well you do. Or how well you did.
Well, I've got a 6 and a 3, and I got a 4 and a 3 for a 7. I get to add 2, so that brings it up to a 9.
Ooh, okay.
So it's another thing of like, it's working, but there's still more glitches to be had, which I'd imagine is just more punishment for my character.
I think so sort of 2 things happen. You start to get visions of where the dark powers are going to send you next.
Mm-hmm.
So you have sort of like, so as it's tough to work because these visions are flashing through your mind, and you get images of like the snowy slopes, some kind of like a frozen mountain, like a roaring blizzard. You see a bunch of like, looks like a bunch of pioneers in one of their wagons that is like just stuck in the snow, and like they're all dead and frozen. They kind of like the kind of frozen where they're sort of like hunched over, they're holding stuff, their skin's gone all blue, and you like, the reins are like stuck in the hand of their like the dead horse that was pulling, or ox that was pulling them along. So you get these kind of upsetting images, and so you sort of know, like, wherever that is, whatever's going on, that's sort of like, that's on the agenda for the dark powers. You do get like, you do sort of awaken the darkness inside of this dagger, but it feels unstable. Like it's going to be hard to control. It's sort of shaking in your hand. These tendrils of curling smoke-like energy roiling off of it, and it almost hurts to hold on to it. It's like there's sort of a heat, an uncomfortable heat inside of it. But it feels like this should stop, Sir Edmund.
The issue is the doing of it, I think. I'm not very good with actually stabbing anything with a dagger, but I will do my best.
Lady Thalia says, or Lady Thalia's like, very good, we'll be ready. Should we take it downstairs?
Oy.
Okay. You like head out. You head outside. You make it down into the front row of slops. You do see like Mudge and Roberto, or actually, I should ask you: does Roberto like kind of act on his own sometimes, or does he like if you're not giving him commands, is he just like a total?
No, he can act
vegetable.
on his own. And as a reminder, Roberto's very good looking. Like, he's not like
Oh, yeah.
he's not a
a
lurch
total-
type of
yeah.
figure. But it's like his dark brown hair is like turning white, like Madame Demange's hair is white, So you can tell
I mean, that's even hotter in my opinion.
So he's like, a very attractive Italian gentleman.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Roberto's like waiting for you in the lobby of slops, like ready to help. Mm. All right, and you look out and you see like these like monster bats, as sort of the vanguard of Sir Edmund, are like flying around, fighting people. This battle's broken out in the middle of the street. You think you want to join in and like risk stuff, or you kind of want to stay here? What's sort of the plan?
She's going to say to Roberto, like, protect Lady Talia, Help with that.
Roberto gives like a deep nod of agreement.
Right. And she's going to look out the window to see if she can't spot the big bad.
Ooh, okay. I think I know. Usually I do one roll for. Okay, let's do a roll here. Let's do read a bad situation. See how well you do.
Okay.
If you want, if you think that's what you would do.
Let's see. Yeah, I think read a bad situation makes more sense than investigate a mystery. So.
Yeah.
Alternately, she could plug directly into him with the tune-in ability.
You could try that as well.
I think she's going to try that because then she doesn't have to pay attention to the chaos. She's just going to directly drill into his brain. You know what I mean? And if she fails at it, then
I'm looking at that.
He's like knows where she is, and that works out exactly the same in her opinion.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. So yeah, go ahead and give it a roll.
Okay, so I've got a 5 and a 2. Plus weird brings it to a 9. So I get to hold 1.
Okay.
So my question is, where is the creature right now?
Ooh. Okay. So he's not with these bats. You think he is going to like, or you get like kind of another weird image of him being like in the water, in the river that's kind of like outside the town, and sort of like using some weird vampiric magic to like contaminate it and manipulate it. It's a little bit like, the Pirates of the Caribbean walking under the water, classic scene. So he's like down there, reeds, bits of dirt stuck in the water going past his soggy Elizabethan finery. He's got a bunch of like zombies with him, and he like opens his mouth and all this like blood starts coursing out and filling up the water around him. This red just spreading out from him as he's walking over.
Yeah, she's gonna start heading that way if she catches the eye of Kessberg. She's going to say, I could use some assistance.
Okay, Kessberg, I think as you're like you're wrestling with like an on fire bat as she says this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she doesn't pay any attention to what your situation is. She just
Yeah.
says she could use some assistance.
It's like
And
She's just like
keeps-
He sort of-
as this bat is like.
yeah.
he just sort of
Um,
looks over to her for a second. Give me a moment.
Amazing. All right. Yeah. What do you do with this bat?
I would like to just rip its wings off.
Okay. Go for it. I think this is definitely
So-
kick some ass.
Yeah. Which I can roll. Come on. Good roll.
Weirdly kick ass. Let's do it.
Yep. I visualize it as sort of like all the times that he's like used magic to enhance his body, it sort of ended up becoming permanent. So
Mm.
uh
Yeah, that makes total sense. So cool. That makes total sense.
yeah, so 6 and 2 on the dice, so +3 would make it 11.
An 11. Okay. So you will take some harm unless you pick that one. What do you pick for your extra advantage? Oh, and how much harm do you do, by the way?
Once again, I'm not using my teeth, so I think we said 2 base?
Yeah,
right?
2 harm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 plus 2. So I only have 1. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do stuff for less harm.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'll force them where I want them, in that they are basically out of the picture, so I can sort of get up and help Madame Demange.
Nice. Yeah, also you shove him out of the way. Because he's like on fire, he's a bit weaker, so he's not able to follow you, and like Potato Sack Jack just like slams the torch down his face and like scorches his burns his face up, so he's not quite out, but he's like he'll be out in a little bit as Potato Sack Jack will just torch hammer him to oblivion.
Okay.
So you rush over, you join Madame Demange, and you like are all moving together down to the docks.
Yeah.
I have a quick question about the dagger. I'm guessing Madame
Okay.
Demange herself is the one that has to wield it, correct?
You think so because you're under the magic, but
Okay.
maybe you think if you risk it, Kesper could do it too.
Okay. What would it entail, like trying to transfer it over to Kasperg?
Ooh, okay. I probably hear you do a what's the one? Act under pressure.
An act under pressure?
Yeah, maybe yeah. I think act under pressure makes the most sense.
Okay. I'll do my
I'm
best.
open to other ideas too if you have something else.
The only other thing I could think of is a use magic to bind it to him rather than myself.
Oh, okay. I can see that too.
So that's. I think it's a question of how how calm she is about it. You know what I mean? But I think that yeah, so I mean I'm not just saying use magic because it's the thing she's better at. It's like logical to me that she's trying to change the binding magic over to him. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do that now?
Yeah, she's gonna attempt it now.
Ooh, okay. So what do you say to Kesper to like kind of prepare him for this? Because this dagger, like it's an evil thing, so it's kind of a dicey proposition.
I don't want to simply volunteer you for this, Monsieur Kasperg. I'm not particularly good with wielding a dagger, but this dagger requires blood. And I do not know what it will do to you if you use it. It might make your condition much, much worse. So if you want to refuse this, that is perfectly fine. And I will
This'll go for it.
I will simply use it myself and try my best.
I mean, if you think I'm more capable of putting this thing where it needs to go, then I'll do it. And as he's saying this, I would like to try and heal myself again with the unquenchable fatality.
Okay. Let's have you roll that, and then we'll have Madame Demange roll the bind.
Okay.
I don't, actually.
Okay, how are you looking? How much harm have you stacked up?
Wait, hold on. Plus, wait. Yeah. So it is a miss, which actually, with the unquenchable vitality, on a miss, my injuries worsen.
Ugh. All right. What were they before?
I was at 2 harm.
Okay, I think this will take you just to 3.
Okay.
All right, Madame Demanche, with that in mind, let's bind. Go ahead and roll the magic for the binding.
Okay. All right, I've got a 5 and a 4 on the dice, and if that had been cool, I would just have a mixed success, but 5 and a 4 plus 2 for weird does bring it up to an 11.
Nice.
So she,
Okay.
she can transfer the bind over to him, and since it doesn't have a new glitch, I think the old glitch just rides on her, right?
I
Like,
think so. Yeah,
something's still going to get taken from her. That doesn't end,
Yeah, you're still kind of like getting those weird visions of the mountain passes and the frozen dead. And the dagger is still like unstable. Like Kesper, you grab it, you can feel it kind of rocking around in your hand. It still burns a bit, and like the smoke is kind of wafting on it.
He takes it
So
as,
you guys
like,
to make.
You will need to plunge
You
it
guys-
into the heart.
makes sense.
Got to be the heart. All
I think
right.
when he takes it, he just sort of like, it was a lively one.
Do not miss.
All right. You guys make it over to the edge of town. You see where like the river is. I know there's probably not a river going right by Placerville, but hey, maybe there was back in the gold rush days, and there isn't my world, dang it. So forgive me. Anyway, this river like bursts its banks and like floods towards you guys in this like torrent of not water but blood. So this crazy blood flood is headed towards you guys. You see like coming out of the water, surrounded by a bunch of those waterlogged zombies, is looking blood-drenched, feral, angry, is Sir Edmund himself. But like this huge wave of blood is heading towards you guys. What do you do?
I guess find something to grab. Casper's just sort of like, okay, this looks like something that could sweep me up, and sort of grabs onto something to sort of like keep him steady.
Ooh, okay. I think this would be an act under pressure to like grab a tree and just kind of hold on to try and avoid getting washed away.
Okay.
Madame Demanche, you kind of doing the same, or what do you have a plan for this? Is like
I think
his goal is kind of just like not to drown you, but to like pound you with the water, kind of knock you down, then he'll finish you off.
Got it. I would like to attempt to summon a monster into the world,
Ooh, okay.
which is going to be a demonic toad that will just open its mouth wide and start swallowing this torrent of blood.
Amazing. Okay, let's do Kesperg's first, and then we'll do Madame Demanche's.
It's weird, and I appreciate you letting me do the weird stuff, but
No, this is so cool. A giant toad swallowing the blood flood. It's I love it. Kesperg, you got that's a total of 5.
4.
Total of 4. Okay. So you try and grab a tree, you try and like hold on. What do you think happens that wrecks it for you?
I'm guessing that this toad sort of like misses most, like a good chunk of it, and like it sort of washes over him, and the branch that he's grabbed hold of just snaps.
Absolutely. Yeah, you just fall down. You take 1 more harm.
Okay. Does that put me into unstable? I don't know. I've never gotten to 4 harm. Actually,
Let me see.
does immortal? Do you think that this harm would sort of like bypass the immortal?
I mean, I don't think it puts. I think you are unstable. So you can check that one. But I don't
Okay.
think you're like. Oh, you mean the immortal armor?
Yeah, because like immortal is sort of like whenever you suffer harm,
Oh yeah,
you
it gives
suffer
you the
one
extra
less harm.
armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it does, because like this is like you're being slammed down by a huge amount of water, so
Okay.
it's gonna go over your the strength you get from being like a flesh eater.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. So you're like slammed down to the earth there. You're hurt, the water, and then now Demonch, roll for this toad.
Okay, let's see if it happens. And I'm not saying it's gonna like manage to destroy all the water. I'm thinking more like Moses and the Red Sea here.
Okay. I like that.
Let's see. Okay. Unfortunately, just a 3 and a 2 on the die. I do get to add 2 to it, so that does make it a 7. Which is, a partial. So
Nice.
the effect works, but there's a glitch.
Ooh, okay. I think what happens. Oh, Kesper, don't forget to mark the experience for the failure there.
Yeah. I'm very close
yeah.
to leveling up again.
I would say the toad like swallows most of the water, but like the impact of it knocks back and like bumps into you, and you're gonna take 1 level of harm.
Okay.
As the toad kind of like slams you down into the bloody muck all around, the blood mud all around you.
And she also has immortality, so that reduces to nothing, but she still gets slammed.
Yeah. So you're okay. That makes sense. So you're hurled back. Like it's all red all around you. The as if the very soil of California is really covered in blood and an interesting thematic image.
Because the immortal thing isn't armor, it's like it just reduces by 1, I believe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And the only reason why I said that what I said was bypassing it is because it made more sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Kesper, you probably shouldn't take the harm then as well. I got to be fair. So
okay,
you can undo 1 harm.
Yeah, I'll say that I'm
either that
I'm
or
still
I can
unstable.
Take 1,
I'll say that I'm still unstable, but I'll go back to 3 harm.
That makes sense. I think both of you are like knocked down into the muck though.
Sure.
So you fall down there. There's like the smell of it. This pure iron.
Oh, I think you froze.
All right, I'm back.
There
I know. I froze just from doing my cool, dungeon master using all your senses thing.
By the way, though, if you do want there to actually be a negative consequence to it other than the harm, her head could fall off.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. I mean, because you could get hit by like a flood, so your head would totally come off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your head like falls down in the muck next to you. So you're both like stuck there in this kind of red mud. The iron smell of it is just like unbearable. It's like this the metallic blood smell going in your nose, reaching into your throat, and you hear the squelch of Sir Edmund's, neat Elizabethan high boots as he like stomps over. Kesper, I think he moves towards you because you're the most dangerous one.
Mm-hmm.
You could see he's got his rapier in one hand. He's got like his fingers shift, the vampire claws start coming out. His fangs are there, and he's like, "Oh, Mr. Kesper, you are so very tiresome. I am quite pleased that our acquaintance is now at an end." And he reaches down to start drinking your blood. What do you do?
I would say, huh?
I was just going dagger time.
I mean, yeah, I would basically just sort of like as he's sort of like opening his mouth and sort of like goes towards to bite me, I'll just sort of like grab him by the neck and try and shove the dagger into his heart.
Oh man, okay, so they're rolling to kick some ass.
Let's see if these rolls continue. Well, no. That's good. Double
No?
5 for 10s for a total of 13.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
If I had missed that, I might have actually done a luck. So
yeah, don't forget you gotta do luck.
Forget about
we are early in game, but you could use those luck points.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you pick for your option there?
So I think
you will take some harm.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Unless you pick the suffer less.
Well, it's only one. I think I think it's another force them where I want them. Like I basically like I grab him by the neck to keep him steady while and I'm able to jab it into the right place. Jab the knife into the right place.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you grab him. I think you will take I'm gonna say 2 harm
Okay, so
as the claws
reduced
like
by 1.
rake across your face.
Sure.
But you slam the dagger, you hear like it, crunching through his ribs and like plunging up against his heart and like stabbing deep there. Um,
You
he
were right.
stops. He like
Yeah, so like
stumbles
yeah.
back. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Casper.
It's like as he's sort of stumbling back, I would just be like, "You're right. This is our last encounter, but not for the reason you wanted."
Damn. Yeah. So he like stumbles back. He's got the knife like jabbing out of him. It went pretty deep in, but he like his claws come up and he starts trying to kind of like wrench it out. Which unless he stopped, he will be able to. Like tons of smoke and like uh rivers of blood start pouring out, run down the front of him. All this like smoke is bursting out and kind of and spilling into the sky as he's like trying to, kind of clumsily wrestling with the dagger. But yeah, so it's got to be like wedged in there to finish him off. Madame Demanche, what do you do?
All right, she's going to attempt to use magic to bind him again. Once again, those spirits of the
Ooh.
dead coming up to take their revenge, to drag him down
Nice.
to hell
Okay.
with them. See how it goes. All right, so I rolled a 5 and a 1. I get to add 2, so that brings it up to an 8.
Okay, so use magic.
This is use magic. I'm going to spend a luck to just make it work.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice. Good idea. Okay. So you mark luck.
Mhm.
What does it look like as you ram the dagger, or is like you force the dagger into place and kill him for good?
Basically, like, all these spirits are like vying for the honor to finally destroy their tormentor. And several hands reach out to that dagger and pull it in as others like hold him still against the ground, And as he's dying, she reaffixes her head and says, I would have joined you, but you made a mockery of me. And now you die. How sad for you. Then she
Whoa,
spits
that
on
is
him.
so cool. Yes, you like spit, it hits him, and like as his skin is like melting away, and unholy fire is coming up from the dagger and reducing him to ash. This it just like turns to steam and like wafts through his skull to add some injury to insult. Um, yeah, like the dagger is Rush is these ghosts holding it down. He like speed runs decomposition with a good deal of fire as well, and then pretty soon just like collapses to the ground as a pile of dusty bones, all of which turn to ash except for the skull.
Oh, that is going to take something out of me.
Yeah, both you guys like you're pretty hurt. You're very tired. You do hear a lot of cheers behind you as like the bats all are also reduced to ash as like and the waterlogged zombies collapse as Sir Edmund's power is gone forever from this world.
Mhm. Um,
All right.
just for the fun of it,
So-
like I want to do sort of like Levi just sort of like stumbling towards the skull, picks it up, and just sort of looks at it and is like, "Last for York, I knew him." Ratio and crush it in his hand.
Dang. I love it. Just like dust pours down through the fingers. And yeah, he is destroyed. All right.
A successful venture, Monsieur Kasperg.
Well, so it seems, but I could definitely use a rest after this.
Oh, boy. And I'm about to pay a horrible price. I just don't know what yet.
Ooh. So, in our last moments, we'll cut ahead just a little bit. you guys are like resting up. A few days have passed. Things in Hangtown are starting to get back to normal. Madame Demanche, what are you up to?
She's gone back to just doing readings and, being a sort of mystic figure, doing tarot cards and so on. Occasionally betting somebody that's into the strange stuff. But
Ooh, all right. So while you're doing this, oh, I never asked this. Does Madame Demanche sleep?
no.
Okay. So I think you are like kind of going about your business, getting your occult ingredients ready. And you are again hit by one of those visions that you first had when you found the dagger. So you again see like the frozen slopes of the Sierras. You see the frozen corpses, and you hear like a creepy, unearthly, almost childlike laugh. That sort of like is brought in with the wind. It's like if the freezing cold wind could laugh. And you hear this noise that's like going over the mountain. And then you hear you get the command from the dark powers being like, go to the mountains, find him.
It will be done.
Mr. Kessberg, how are you spending? How are you recovering? It's like after a couple of days have passed.
Yeah, he spends like a good couple of days just sort of like in his room recovering, like his wounds sort of closing up slowly. So basically, I think since he is unstable, he does need to have someone look at some of the injuries. So
Ooh, okay.
I'm just sort of putting that as flavor, but
yeah. I think maybe we'll do like looking for a doctor and the adventures of that. What doctor you can find to patch you up.
Yeah.
In the meantime, our ending here is you are actually visited by Pompey Charbonneau, who is like, Mr. Kessberg,
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you. He gives you a polite nod. I want to thank you for saving the town, saving our lives the other night.
Oh yeah. It wasn't just me. You had some good shooting out there.
Why, thank you. I believe you are a individual who can, well, when there's some sort of a violent mystery, you're the one to solve it.
You know where this mystery is?
Afraid I do. I've heard news from a man by the name of Beckworth, a fellow mountain man, an untrustworthy sort, but he was so upset by this alarming letter that I think he's telling the truth. So I think your services are needed in the frozen Sierras. And that is where the cliffhanger we're gonna leave it on. If we come back in a week's time, I gotta do a little bit of thinking, get everything ready.
Sure.
But we will come back for our another arc, our another arc for another arc in like a week's time or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
before I forget how to speak, let's go ahead and do the end of session moves.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to sort of like basically after hearing the Sierras, he just sort of like looks down and is like, I hate the cold.
Whoa. All right. Well, it's gonna get cold, so that's a something we will have to endure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The end of session moves. Did we conclude the current mystery?
Yes.
I think we did,
Yes.
yeah. Finally.
Yeah, I'm asking you guys this. But I mean, we all know the answer to that one. Did you guys save someone from certain death or worse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think
I
so.
saved
Yeah,
the
like each
mayor.
other. Oh, definitely.
Saved
Yeah, you say I
multiple
totally
people
forgot.
in
You
the
saved.
town. We saved Talia. We saved a lot of people from
Yeah,
the
how could I forget?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got two yeses so far. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
I would say
Probably,
I mean, we
yeah.
learned about that dagger if we hadn't known about that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dagger, and there's some kind of evil force in the mountains that's like killing people.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one's true. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I think
Yeah,
that we
I think you guys
learned-
kind of share your like philosophy of Madame Demanche's sort of like how she kind of goes through life and how Kesberg also feels about things.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that's yes to all of them. So
Cool.
that gives everybody 2 experience.
Okay, that puts me over to another level up. Plus
Hooray for
one.
failing repeatedly, eh, Nick?
Yeah.
But my rolls actually ended up being like so many mixed successes at the end. I didn't have any out and out failures. So
Yeah.
even when I used luck, it wasn't for an out and out failure. It was like a mixed success, and I was like, I want it to be a full success. Merv.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, the mixed successes and the failures, yeah, all respect the successes. It's the mixed successes and the failures that make a story interesting, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it was
So,
just that was
I
time
like
for a full success. I thought the whole
Yes,
ghost
100%. Yeah,
getting revenge.
Yeah.
yeah. A success to take out a luck point to take out the monster. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
All right. So I gotta take a week off or so to do some thinking, some story planning. But the next one is called Madness. The next arc is called Madness and Death in the Ice and Snow. And first episode is called California Murder Ballads.
Mika.
Good lord. Oh, the ice and snow. It's gonna be really fun. Sorry about your character there, Nick. He might freeze to death.
Yeah, I do apologize.
It's like-
Well, it was more of he hates the cold because that's where he had to become a cannibal.
It's where it all began.
That's where it all began. Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
cold as Sierras.
Oh, all right, guys. That was really cool. Very fun. Thank you for doing this. Thanks for playing, everyone. We will have some guests soon, also. So look for more people. I think your partner is coming on to hang out with us
Hopefully.
soon. Yeah.
We'll see.
And I mean, if anybody's out there in the world and wants to play, just send me a message. We'll figure it out. We got to chat first, but let's figure it out. We're gonna be back in 2 weeks. So we're gonna take next week off. We got to get Michael some time to, re-up his brainchild here, and we will see you in 14 days. But until then, make sure to pull up a chair and make time
time
to tabletop.
to tabletop.
Tabletop.
Make it your mantra.
Do it.
See ya.
Goodbye, everybody.